Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for coming on. This is Ires Alliston, and congratulations for every members who are joining me live right now inside our training and things like that. This is the six-figure coaching community, and I'm so privileged to be here with you this morning. And I have Vi, I have Murphy, I have Betty, I have Nikki live with me right now. So I'm really thankful for having them here. So today, obviously this is our very first session, and I'm just so thrilled to have this session right now because I know I have been trying to grow this group for the last couple of weeks or so. So I think we have a really good start. And so every single week we're going to have some sessions. We're going to have some topics that we will go over, and then I'll be teaching you along the way. Now, I'm also going to be sharing with you. Hello, Valerie. Good morning. Thank you for coming on. We just got started 30 seconds ago, so you are just on time. I will be sharing with you, just a few slides, and just to give you some things about what to expect in the group, what you will gain, what is this group designed for, and all that good stuff. So let me go ahead and share my screen. Do that. I should have also, I meant to do that this morning. I got distracted, but that's okay. Let me see if I can do it here right now. Well, I'll just do it. I meant to actually also share this inside our Facebook group live right now because I know we have a few people inside the group, but that's okay. I'm just going to share what I have here in a little bit. So can everybody see my screen?
Yeah.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay, let me move this box so I can make it a lot bigger. Okay. All right. Once again, welcome everyone. I'm so thankful for each and every one of you for actually getting up early on this Sunday morning just to be here. So you have no idea how much I appreciate you. Your time is always valuable to me. So thank you so much. As you can see, this is our first live session for the six-figure coaching community live training on demand. The reason why I say training on demand, because we're going to have regular trainings, live trainings inside our group every single week or every 2 weeks or so, depending on my schedule. But you will always get, as a member in the group, right? You're always going to get consistent trainings from me in regards to starting your own business, starting your coaching business, starting your own consultant business, whatever that is. And then creating your course, either your very first course, online course, or maybe your second or third or fourth, however it is for you. As well as I'm going to be teaching you how to create a training program for your course, because a lot of people already have their own courses, but they don't know what else they need to do in order for them to scale and grow their business. Well, some of the things that I teach my students with, and some of you are actually in this group right now, you guys know exactly how I teach you in regards to creating your course, even in one day. Yes, in one day, creating your outline, and then also coming up with ways in how to serve your clients at a higher level. That is having a training program or your signature program, right? So whatever that is for you. And also I'm going to be teaching you lead generation, how to get qualified leads into your course, into your offer, right? How to get paying clients as well as how to create your systems, because even though you have your courses and you're trying to get those clients, you've got to have a system in place. Now, I do want to let you know, for those of you who knows me, you know me as far as, I'm direct when it comes to this. Even though I'm going to be giving you a lot of resources, a lot of guidance, a lot of templates and all that good stuff, does it mean that you're going to have the success that you are expecting. Because if you're not applying, if you're not taking actions, you're not implementing those things that I'm telling you, nothing is going to change. Right, ladies?
Right.
Nothing is going to change. So you have to be able to implement, you have to be able to take actions, because if you do, you're going to see incremental gains. And that's what my hope for you is, to have some incremental gains. I'm not saying it's going to happen overnight. Oh gosh, if that happens overnight for every single one of us, that will be awesome, right?
Yes.
But success is a process. It takes months, years in the making. Now, I say that not to discourage you. I say that to implement and to also let you know that if you start now, or if you actually start improving what you have now, you're going to see some successes. To me, successes, it doesn't have to always be about money. I know. That's ironic, right? Because we build a business to make money. To me, successes all comes in different forms and sizes or ways. Not just monetary value, but also the things that you do, that the milestones, the steps that you do every single day. Because a lot of entrepreneurs forget to celebrate what we've done to help our business grow. And it doesn't matter, if it's big or small, even the small steps, it needs to be celebrated, right? So I want to encourage you that even though it's a process, the entrepreneurship process is a journey that we all take. And every single one of us will take different routes, okay? It has taken me a couple of years to figure out, to really develop what I wanted to do in my business. I was dabbling here and there for a few years, and I was also struggling just to make an income for a while, until I figured out, it's like, okay, you know what? I need to take all the knowledge and the skills that I have gained from other experts, create that into my own system, right? Into my own program. And because I know that works for me, and now I'm sharing that with the world. So for you, especially those who are just starting out, and I don't think we have anybody here who's just starting out, maybe not, just keep moving forward, keep implementing, keep doing things, keep applying what you've learned, and then create a system for you. Now, one thing also, for those of you who knows me, and a lot of my clients know this fact, that I give you all these action steps, but I'm also going to be challenging you to get moving. That is the coach in me. That is that person in me. So there are going to be times I'm going to be challenging you, because there's a lot of work, right? I just need you to keep moving forward. And for those of you, I get it. We all have lives. We all have, things to do. But if you just come back and stay focused and stay determined, then you will create success for your business and building the legacy that you want. And that's my purpose nowadays, is to help people build their legacy through their knowledge, expertise, and experience. Okay? Sounds good, ladies?
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Valerie, thank you so much. I heard you. So awesome.
You're welcome.
Good morning.
Morning.
It's amazing, because right now in this group, it seems like most of you are in the health and fitness industry. And I am just so blessed to be attracting those industries out there, because as you know, there are three, and you're going to learn this over time. There are three core industries or businesses that you guys need to focus on. And this is very valuable to those who are just starting out, the startups and the newbies. There are three industries, and they are, number one, health industries. Okay. Number two, wealth industries. Number three, relationship industries. So let me go back. The health industry is about, obviously people want to get healthy. People want to live longer and better, right?
Yes.
So that's just the gist of that. The wealth industry, as you know, people want to get wealthy, people want to make money. And then in a relationship, it's like people want to be in the relationship. They want to have a happy relationship with their spouse, with their loved ones. You know, they don't want to get divorced and things like that, you know. So those are the type of industries I want you to focus on. Okay, so for me, I'm on the wealth industry because I help coaches how to get qualified leads and get paying clients without having to sell to their family and friends, even if no one has ever heard of them. I paused there for a second because I just gave you my elevator pitch. Okay, so don't worry if you don't have that yet, if you don't know what that is, we'll go over that session and maybe, you know, in next training and things like that. But really your elevator pitch is what do you say when people tell you, what do you do? What do you do? So you've got to be able to create that hook, get their people's attention to, let's say, okay, you know what does that mean, Betty? Or I want to know more, Valerie, or Vi, tell me more about that. Okay, absolutely. All right, so this SFCC group, our group is designed for newbies, startups, and seasoned professionals who are coaches, expert consultants, service-based providers in their industry with a message to share with the world. You have your knowledge, you have your experience, your skills, your stories to share with the world. Now you need to turn those talents and skills into, let's say, a coaching program, into an offer, into a higher level offer, right? So what you will get from this program, from this training and things like this, well, let me move my box here because it's covering the letters. You're going to get trainings, obviously, right? Free trainings from me and other experts in the group because I will be having some other speakers here. As a matter of fact, Murphy is my right-hand person in this group. She's not only my elite, my rock star students, she is also one of the most entrepreneur that I admire out there because she takes actions. When I give the group assignments, she is on the ball. She is giving me her content. She's asking questions. So I love her drive. I really do love her drive. She reminds me of me. I don't come across a lot of people who have that type of persistence and drive. So to me, I admire that in everybody, okay? And so you're going to be getting some support inside our group. We're going to have some Q&A sessions. Now, when it comes to questions and things like that, please, please, please do not inbox me with your questions because I've been getting this a lot lately. So because the reason is, let's say, if you have 100 people every single day inboxing you in Facebook or other media outlets, they're asking you questions, it is going to get very overwhelming for me. And I want to serve everybody at a higher level. So this is one of the reasons why I created that group. And that way, if you got any questions, if you have any inquiries and things like that, just post it in the group. That way you can share it. And then I can answer your questions as soon as possible, and or even Murphy. Murphy knows a lot of the things that I do. She's been with me. She's been in my training the last, I think, like 9 months or things like that. So she knows exactly how my mind works. And she is one of those rock star students, right? So she knows exactly what you know, how to say things and things like that. So if you have any questions, make sure you post it in the group. And also it helps other people out there because you might not be the only one who has the same question, right? So if you ask those questions, don't be shy. Nobody is going to pick on you. I'm not gonna let that happen, right? Because we're there to support each other, especially during this time right now. You know how that goes. During this time, we need each other even more. So we're there to be kind, to be supportive and things like that. So just make sure that you are utilizing and leveraging the Facebook group. Also,
Thank
we
you,
will,
Iris.
huh?
I said, thanks for letting me know because I know I did inbox you.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's not just you, Betty. There are other. So
I
we won't
understand.
go into that. Won't go into that. But now you know. It's okay. It's okay. I know because you're one of my students as well. With this one though, also going to have topics. Now the topics is going to vary from one to another because it depends on the demand. Okay, the demand and the questions that you might have. For instance, last week or this week, I asked the members in the group 2 or 3 questions on what type of topics do you guys want to go over? Well, the number one thing right now is what? How to attract your ideal clients with your message. And that's what we will go over today in this training. Okay. And the trainings are typically between 15 minutes or so because I just want to give you the information that you need so you can get in and get out and then watch the replay later and then go from there. Now the replays are also going to be available until Tuesday, 12 p.m. Eastern time inside our group. So you have 2 or 3 days to, watch the replay and also for the members to absorb the current training. And what's going to happen is after Tuesday at 12 p.m. Eastern time, either Murphy or me or we are going to take down those replays. Okay, we're going to take down those replays. Those videos recordings are going to be uploaded into the membership site. And what do I mean by that? Well, the members who have access to the sites will have unlimited access to it, anytime during the day. And they can replay and they can rewatch it and also get the bonuses, get the templates and things like that. The reason why I'm doing that, because I don't want to overcrowd our group with so many videos and things like this. I want to have, again, I want to have a streamline on the things, for the next few months in doing this. So paid members, I have to have a system where paid members can go inside the membership group and get access to it every single month. Okay, every single month. All right, so let's see what else. I think that's it for now as far as this one. Oh yes, for those of you who might be joining in later on and watching this video, we do have a few guidelines inside the groups. Make sure that you check them out and you read the guidelines. Basically, just to give you a gist, just to give you a heads up, no promoting, no soliciting, no sharing links and things like that inside the group. There are other groups out there if you are actually interested in doing that. And because I just don't want the group to be bombarded with information here and there, and the members get confused because there's just too many things that's going on in the group. I might change that later on. Disclaimer, I might change that later on where I might, change the guidelines and things like that. But for now, just adhere to the guidelines. There are no promoting and things like that because I've already gotten some inboxes and messages that they don't like that type of things. Okay, but so I want to go with what the group wants and then go from there and perhaps implement some new strategies on how to, do things inside the group. All right, so let me go ahead and do this. Before I move on to our training, does anybody have any questions?
Well, Iris,
Yes.
I know that my field seems to be, because it's mind, body, and soul expert. It's different.
No questions in regards to this slides right now. I'm sorry, I should have.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Go ahead, sweetie.
No, okay, so not yet. Okay. I know my presentation this morning is actually going over than our 15 minutes because it's the introduction, so I just want to make sure that everybody's on the same page, and then I'm able to share with you what I need to share with you in the beginning, and then we can move forward.
Okay, just let me know when it's question time.
Okay. All right, everyone. So for those of you who might not know me, Who is Ires Alliston? Okay. I thought about this morning in regards to what should I put out there, because I've done so many things over the years. So I figured, me being a visual learner, I figured I'll just put some pictures out there just to show you what I've done in the past, who are the people I've met, who are the people I've worked with, and all those great things without having to put so many things. So who is basically me? Well, I am an author, I am a speaker, I am a coach, I am a mentor. I have worked with the greatest people out there in the world. I have the pleasure to also be coached by one of the, not one, but by many people in the world. And as you can see here, I can't put everything on the slides, but just to give you an idea, there's Les Brown right here on the top left. For those of you who might not know about Les Brown, he's the greatest motivational speaker in the world. I have the privilege not only to be coached by him, but also, and get certified in his coaching industry, but also have the privilege to share the same stage a few times with him. The same stage where he would speak at and things like that. And I had the privilege to also be in one of his, the last trainings that they have. I was one of the speakers. I was one of the presenters at his, I think it was, I forget, it's been probably 3 years ago, at his live 3-day event in Florida. Right here to the right of that is Claudia. Oh my gosh. Oh, I forgot her last name. Claudia Harvey. I cannot believe I almost forgot. She is phenomenal. She is from Canada, and she is one of the recipients of the Shark Tank. Okay, so I have been admire her. I admired her for many years, and I have the privilege to also not only to be meet her in Canada, but we're in the same group as well. So she's doing phenomenal things. You can definitely check her out, and gosh, it has been so long since I've talked to her, but I need to get in touch with her again. So the other one here is with Casey Zeman. He is the founder of Easy Webinar. As a matter of fact, this week I just had the chance to be in his live broadcast impromptu. We were not even, we didn't even have any plans for that. I just happened to be there, and then he put me on live broadcast, telling him how thankful I was to be one of his students, because he is the man who really started my coaching business and helped me with my self-limiting beliefs. Okay, my first coach was actually Bill Walsh, but Casey is the guy who helped me really debunk my self-limiting beliefs, because at that time I was charging $65 per hour on my coaching business, and I was getting tired. I was working more than 20 hours a month for one client, and I was, charging pennies on the dollar, until he told me that you need to start charging more than you're worth. So even though I told him there's no way I could do that. I have people who can't even pay me $65 an hour. There's no way people are gonna pay me, higher than that. But he goes, you need to go ahead and do that, because there's gonna be people out there waiting for your message who are ready to work with you. Sure enough, within a couple of days, I put my information out there, and then I had a signups, and I had another signups, and then I went from this and that and so forth. So I'm going to be teaching you how to release your fear, release your, have a growth mindset, if you will. Because if I have done it as a shy, introverted entrepreneur like me, anyone else can do it, okay? I have the privilege to also meet football players. This is Mr. Phil of the Raiders. I have been the privilege to work with Pam Perry. Pam Perry is actually the PR experts out there in the world. and I was able to be coached by her with branding and how to do PR and things like that, and even became one of the speakers in her speakers magazine, right? I was also a contributing magazine writer for Funnel magazine. Okay, Funnel magazine is worldly known out there. I have the chance to meet other people out there like Pasha, and then her husband, and then James, and then his wife, many other people out there, and even met the co-author of the Chicken Soup for the Soul, which is Mark right here, and then his wife. So anyway, I'm telling you this because I came from a background where I was very shy. I remembered when I used to get picked in school because I would not say much in school. I hardly raised my hands when a teacher asked a question about certain, assignments or things like that. I got picked on. I got bullied because I was small. I was shy. But the thing was, I always knew that I have a message. I always knew that I always want to share my message at a higher level. I just didn't know how. I didn't know how to get visibility online. I didn't know how to get those clients. I didn't know what I needed to do. And not until I stepped out, and it took me years, really took me years to develop this. I stepped out of the limelight, and I told myself, it's like, you know what? It is not about me anymore. I may stutter, I may do certain things that people might not agree, but it's not about them. It's the people that I want to serve. So here I am. I'm sharing you this in a very general view, that you too have the knowledge and the expertise and the knowledge to share with the world. Now, your challenge, and also the mistakes that a lot of people, entrepreneurs, make is what did they put out there in order for them to attract those ideal clients, to actually get those paid clients. Because without leads, without clients, we don't have a business, right? Ladies, we don't have a business. And that's sad, because there are more, it's more than, I think it's 80 to probably 95% now who just started in their business, or maybe you've been in business for a couple of years. Eventually those people don't survive. They end up shutting down their businesses, as you can tell with our economy right now. And I'm not going to go into too much topic on that one, because it is depressing what we're going through, but we need to keep moving forward and making sure that we're serving the people that we want to serve. So let me go ahead and do that here. In that note, let's go ahead and start our topic. Again, I did mention that a lot of people want to learn about this one, how to attract your ideal clients with your messaging. Well, first of all, I know my students know this. My students know that there are many steps when it comes to attracting your ideal clients. But for the sake of this training, because I know it's been more than 30 minutes now, I want to really tell you quickly how to attract your ideal clients with your messaging. And number one is, even though, let's say you already know your ideal clients, let's say you already know who you want to serve, if it's women, men, if it's, the age range between, let's say 35 to 55, whatever that is for you, let's say you already have that in place. Now, you need to figure out how to craft your message.
I'm sorry, let me go on the inside. A truck.
Now, I'm just going to mute you, Betty. So now, how are you going to attract those clients? That way they could start getting to know you. That way you can start building relationships and things like that, right? Well, one of the things that I do is this. You got to have a formula. You've got to have a sense of what you need to say, because your messaging is basically about your language. You might be asking, what do I mean by that language? Well, every single industry like I mentioned earlier, every single industries, whether you're in the health, wealth, or relationship, they all have their own languages. They all have their own way of communicating to people. So you need to figure out how you're going to communicate with your ideal clients. And not only that, you also need to figure out what are those self-limiting beliefs that other people in your industry, your ideal clients, are facing right now. What are the things that they believe right now that's not working for them? And you need to be able to debunk those things that they believe. So for instance, remember I shared with you a little bit about the fact that, I had this less self-limiting belief that people will not pay me for what I'm worth when I was working with Casey. Remember that?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Well, I actually had, obviously for a while there, I had a lot of self-limiting beliefs. I was telling myself, well, I'm not good enough. I'm not an expert in my niche. Nobody knows me. I'm not like Tony Robbins and all those other people who already have followers and things like that. All of those are self-limiting beliefs. Figure out what your market right now, whatever industries you're in, figure out what are those common self-limiting beliefs that they have that they're already thinking. You know this already. You know why? Because you are in that industry. So think about yourself. Think of some things that you say to yourself that, that whatever it is, I'm not good enough. I'm not an expert in this niche. I'm not a certified coach. How can I coach people? Whatever it is for you. And then you turn around and figure out a way to debunk it. In other words, figure out a way how to squash that self-limiting belief and then give them hope. Give them the chance to actually learn from you. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Is that making sense though? So let's say, I know I have a formula that I'm going to share with you, but I just want to, go over this a little bit more. So let's say one of your self-limiting belief, I know Valerie, I know you're in the fitness industry.
Yes.
So one of the things that, oh, Murphy, there's a cat. Your cat.
Yeah, that's Naruto.
I know. So one of the self-limiting beliefs that you have, Valerie, with your market right now is what, like, and this is very obvious. They don't have time to get fit.
Yes.
Right? They don't have time to get fit. So let's say you are targeting women entrepreneurs or women out there, let's say even stay-at-home mom women who are between, let's say, 35 to 55, and they want to lose weight. But some of the common mistakes that they believe, some of the beliefs that they say, it's like, well, I don't have time for that right now, because I'm dealing with my husband, I'm dealing with the kids, I'm doing this, I'm trying to build my business, whatever it is, all those reasons and excuses that they have. Okay.
Yeah.
And they're not always excuses, but you know what I'm trying to say. They've got so many things going on. Well, one of the things that you can say is, obviously you understand what they're going through, right?
Yes.
Well, the thing is, this is obvious, like a lot of us are actually staying at home right now. So if you can dedicate 10 minutes a day to work out with me, I can definitely help you get fit and get energy, get energized, and feel better about yourself. You see that?
Yep.
So that's one of the ways that you can actually attract those ideal clients, because you are really talking to them and not talking to everybody.
Got it.
Again, I'm not going over really defining your niche, really, identifying who you want to serve. I just gave you the surface of it, right?
Yes.
I just gave you the surface. So, but go from that. Let me just close that down. So go from there, and it's going to take you a while to craft your message. It's going to take you a while to figure out what you're going to say. But the only way to do that is to start posting your message out there in the world.
Mm-hmm.
I can't really teach you that, even though I can teach you copywriting and things like that. But the thing is, not until you figure out what's working for you and in your industry and the people that you want to serve, because every single one of us are going to attract different types of people.
Mm-hmm.
Even though you might be doing the same thing like I do, I teach people how to create their courses and then get qualified leads into their business and then get clients and then, creating a systems and all that. We might be doing the same thing, but I attract different type of community or tribe through my messaging because I have my own way of communicating to them, right?
Yes.
So for every single one of you, start figuring out what type of common beliefs that your market has. So I want you to write down 10 common beliefs or mistakes or whatever it is that your market has in, right now that they believe. So that's one, your first homework. So I'm already giving you homework. Okay.
Ms. Ires, could you show them an example so they can get a clear understanding of what you mean?
Oh yeah. Absolutely, absolutely. So, oops, here we go.
Iris, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, I came in the house. There was a truck outside. I apologize.
Oh, you're good. You're good. You're good. So, with this though, Murphy, thank you so much. So there is a formula on how to do this. Okay, there's a formula on how to attract those ideal clients and things like that. Okay, here's the formula. I help A achieve B without C. You might want to write this down or the screenshot, whatever it is that will help you. I help A achieve B without C. So the A stands for your ideal clients, your audience, your avatar. Okay, the people you want to serve. And B stands for your ultimate outcome, the results, whatever your solutions are. And C is the objections, the roadblocks. Again, these are the self-limiting beliefs that they have.
I'm sorry, Iris.
Huh?
What was A? I'm sorry.
Right here, Betty.
Okay.
Do you see my screen?
Let me go back. Okay, yeah, there it is.
Yeah, yeah. So here, oh, let me do this. Okay. So for example, like Murphy is in the health and fitness industry as well as Valerie. Their statement could be something like this. I help women entrepreneurs. Again, you can definitely customize this even more. Let's just say for the example, I help women entrepreneurs get fit and get healthy without going to the gym, without spending hours and hours every single day getting fit. So the without factor here is the statement that you're going to be addressing, debunking their self-limiting beliefs. Does that make sense? It's like, I help a certain type of people do what, get what, achieve what, without, and then you're addressing something they want to avoid. They don't want to go to the gym. They don't want to spend hours and hours getting fit, getting healthy, getting blah, 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 right? So you can tailor, you can customize this formula into something else. So let's say Valerie, as I mentioned earlier, she helps, let's just say she helps a stay-at-home mom between the ages of 35 to 45 get fit again because, right now they're staying at home, they're dealing with the kids and they don't have time. Well, one of the things that Valerie can do is she helps them get fit and get energized, right? And start feeling better without having to spend hours and hours exercising. You can even change the word without into saying something with only working with with 10 minutes of workout every day.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yep.
So you can tailor, you can customize this formula right here, but this right here, this is the foundation for you to actually create your message. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Like Iris,
Yeah.
like I know mine, we discussed it the other day. So I usually tell, because I'm trying to figure out how to come up with 10 common beliefs. And pulling from my elevator pitch, I help people, I help people come up with strategies to change their thought process or something. You know what it is, right?
You
I
keep
help,
changing it, hon. So
excuse me?
you keep changing it. So, but you need to work on this. You really, again, it's not going to happen overnight.
Right.
And this is one of the things I cannot teach you. I can teach you the formula. I can teach you the copywriting. Copywriting is basically, how it's the content that you write, your message and things like that. I can teach you all these formulas, but the only thing I can teach you, and I know I shared this with you in the past, is you've got to put your content out there and try to figure out which one's going to resonate with your ideal clients, because it's not going to happen overnight.
Correct.
I did the same thing with me. I mean, I would put out content for a while, for I think like 9 months or 6 months or 9 months or something like that. But I was consistent because I knew that, okay, this is not, I wanted to see how it's going to work out with my ideal clients, until all of a sudden, whatever content I put out there, I've got engagement. I get people asking questions. I get people inboxing me. It's like, hey, I want to know more. Hey, what is this all about? That's when I knew that I got something. That, my dear, I can't teach you that. I can help you. I can guide you along the way on what to do, on give you the formulas and things like that, but not until you test it out. And that's the key word. Not until you test it and you tweak it, that's when you're going to hit your golden nugget, your golden treasure. Does that make sense?
It does. So the thing is just, I don't want to be all over the place. I get you, but I just want to come up with a core one and make it stick.
Okay. So let me go back to this though, because that's where your roadblock is. Okay. See how my formula is coming into view?
Mm-hmm.
So those are the things right now I'm addressing C, which is your roadblock. You are believing, I don't know how to come up with it, blah, blah, blah. Well, the thing is, number one, I showed you this earlier. You have it in you already. So think about, reflect on some of the things that you are having objections, some of the things that you have, some challenges and problems that you have facing right now in yourself. If you cannot come up with that at all, I know how that goes. If you are stumped in trying to figure out what are some challenges I'm facing right now, I want you to post on Facebook, and I told you this a while back. Post on Facebook some of the questions, like, hey guys, I want to, I want to know what are your challenges and your pain points and the problems that you're currently facing right now in your life. Post it out there on Facebook, and then guess what?
Okay.
Yeah, remember I told you this. So some of these things I'm repeating, because I know how that goes, because we get a lot of content that are being thrown at us every single day, and we can only remember so much, right? We can only remember. Trust me, I know how that goes. I have to repeat things over and over as well. But just post it out there on Facebook and get your ideal clients feedback, and then I want you to decipher their message.
Okay.
Figure out what are the problems and the challenges, the roadblocks, whatever that is that they're going through in their life, and that is how you're going to speak to your ideal clients.
Boom, boom. I got you. I got you. You know where my mind just went, Iris? It went back to my early childhood education days when I had my students. So to get this going, I have to ask my ideal clients some open-ended questions on Facebook. Does that sound right?
Exactly, because
Thank
those
you.
are your ideal clients. Now, I'm teaching you here as well for you not to target everybody, because
Mhm.
your message is going to get saturated and you end up talking to everybody. I know, I know. You might be thinking, it's like, well, Iris, I want to help everybody. I know how that goes. I went through the same process. But the thing is, I don't want you helping everybody. I want you to help your ideal clients, your dream clients, the people that you want to serve. Because if you focus on that, your message is going to resonate with them.
And I got you because I was doing
Okay.
my homework you gave me. So in other words, and this is what I got when I was doing my homework the other day, stick to my niche, right? Stick to
Right.
my niche.
Yeah, exactly. So just do that and really, figure out what their
Where
challenges
is
and
that
problems
noise
are.
coming from in the background? I'm sorry, I wasn't hear what you were saying.
So yeah, just figure out your ideal clients and things like that, and then go from there. What type of challenges? Remember, I told you this as well, that you go from point A to point C, right? Point A to point C. So point
Mm-hmm.
A is about, helping your clients right now. No, let me go back. I'm sorry. Point A is knowing and identifying your clients' current struggles and pain and problems that they're facing right now, and then helping them go from point A to point C. And point
Mm-hmm.
C is about their paradise. Where do they want to go?
Mm-hmm.
And
I,
point B is that there's a gap, as you can see, right? There's a
mm,
gap. Well, point B is your solution, your steps, your whatever it is that basically your program.
mm-hmm.
How are you going to help them from point A to point C? Well, figure out that gap, because you are the bridge, right? You're
Exactly.
the bridge. So, all
Yeah,
right. Nikki here, she just said, this formula really opened my eyes.
mine too.
See, thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, I try to make it as simple as possible with everyone. Um, and this has been eye-opening to not only me when I was just starting out, but also to many people out there, because I try to, because as you know, we are constantly bombarded with so much information out there, and it's hard to decipher all these content, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
But if you have a formula, if you have a system in place, then it makes things a lot easier to follow and learn.
Iris, did you see my, I don't know if you were on Facebook yet, but last night I stayed up late last night. I did a PowerPoint slide and I put it up on Facebook late last night though. And I came up with the PowerPoint, because I did my video already. So now I did a visual because I believe that even though I did my video, I said, let me do a visual as well. So I was up late last night and I did a PowerPoint with at the top, a mind, body, and soul expert / 5-week program or something. So I put my picture on the side and I put the 5 weeks. So week 1, I put discovery, week 2, your mind, week 3, your body, week 5, spirit, and then week 5, we're going to celebrate you. So now I'm glad that I got that short video out there. And now I also have a visual because I stayed up late last night to do the visual because from what I learned from you, people like the video, but you also have those people that are visual as well. So
Yep.
now I have my message and video, and I mean my program rather, which is going to have to be tweaked. It's going to have to be tweaked on occasion, like you said. But at least I did a brief synopsis of the program on Facebook last night. And now I'm thinking this morning while I was meditating and reflecting a little bit, I think I'm going to start going on to LinkedIn too, because as I told you when I was watching your video last night, the thing is that I remember when Tanya said I have a lot of people from back home following me, which I don't mind. But I figure if I can get on into LinkedIn, I might get some ideal clients. But I have mostly family and people from back home following me more so. And I'm grateful that they're following me, but I know they won't be my potential clients. Does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah. Well, keep doing what you're doing because you're the only one who's going to know what's working and what's not working for you. And like I said, you just need to make sure that you stay in focus, that you are disciplined, and just keep moving forward because one of
Yeah.
these days you are going to hit that that golden treasure, if you will, right? You're going to hit that jackpot, if you will, and then it's just going to open up so many doors for you. So thank you so much, Betty, for sharing that, and just keep moving forward. I love it. Anybody else have any questions? I know we're going into, I think, an hour now. So again, thank you so much for your time. I know it's supposed to be like a 15 or 20 minutes training, but I want to serve you as much as possible. So anybody have any other questions?
I do. Can I ask you that question I was going to ask you during your introduction?
My introduction?
No, remember before when you started and I was asking you a question and I said I wanted to go back to it once you get to where you are now?
Yeah, go ahead. And then after your question, Betty, we're going to go ahead and also open it up to everybody, okay?
All right, dear.
Okay, so what's the question?
Because I know usually when you do your, like from coaching, and I know when you usually give your examples of, like personal development coach, you say health and wellness coach, you say, what are the other ones? Like wealth coach. I feel like, and you help me with this, please. I feel like my area that I'm dealing with, mind, body, and soul expert, it's different, right? It's different. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
So
how about this, Betty? How about, because I know you need clarity. You really need clarity, and you've been struggling with this for the last 2 or 3 years, because that's, and you've been, I've been working with you on this on and off. How about this? Why don't you post it inside our group?
okay.
And then, yeah, because that way we have the collective, and that's great about the group, right? We have the collective wisdom from everyone else. And then, because let me tell you though, I bet you're not the only one who's got the same question. You know what I mean?
I
So,
will do that so you can
yeah.
move on, sweetie. Thank you, Iris.
And that way, maybe because other people will probably have some more insights and some more things to say to you. And then one of these days you're like, wait a minute, that hits the point, so you just never know what other people will say as well. So use our group.
Cool.
Yeah. Isn't it nice?
Yes. Awesome.
So yes. And I
will
really appreciate that everyone in the group will have the opportunity to not only ask questions, but also give advice, also support each other, because that's what we're here for. Okay, that's what we're here for. Even though you're following me, even though you're one of my students and things like that, I want to serve you all at a higher level and make sure that everyone is being able to be served, right? Being able to be served. 'Cause there's only one of me.
I know, and I love you and I appreciate you.
Yeah, and you know what? One of the things too is you can also ask Murphy. I know I just put Murphy out there, right?
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. You're a busy lady.
You're good.
But you know what? Going forward, Iris, I am going to post these questions in the group. I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
And this is going to be an exciting question. And I hope everybody pulls in on this question. So like you said, I can get the clarity that I need.
Right. Get some clarity, because that's why you already have the knowledge, you already have the expertise. Now you need clarity in your system, in your program. So, okay, everyone, anybody else have any questions?
I want to know, how soon are you going to post this? This would be available online.
I meant to, yes, I got distracted earlier on. I meant to push the button for me to share it inside our group. I know. But after this though, once the recording is done, again, I'm in the mercy of Zoom, right? And I'm gonna end up changing our platform later on. But once the recording is up and it's uploaded into my system, I will share it inside our group. And then that way you can have it probably, let's say within an hour from now. That is if Zoom gets me the information, you know, gets me the video as soon as possible.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank
It's Sunday, so you should get it fast today because, you know, everybody probably going to be relaxing today.
Okay.
Exactly. So
Monday is when it's going to be on fire.
I know, I know. And I'm
I-
meant to do that. I meant to just go ahead and share it inside our group because I have the ability to do that, but I forgot about it. So I'm sorry.
Iris, can I ask you one last question?
No, ma'am.
Yeah.
Your question, you've already capped your question. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Okay.
What is it, hun?
You know I am. You know how I am. I ask you a million questions. But Iris, I'm sorry to go back. I know you said I got the formula for the 10 common beliefs. And I know that's going to be based off of the elevator pitch, right?
No, the 10 beliefs is based on your ideal clients, what type of challenges and their pain points and their problems that they're currently experiencing right now in their life, not 10 years ago, not 20 years ago, right now. So the 10 common beliefs your target market is currently facing right now in their life or business.
Oh, so I'm gonna come up with those 10 common beliefs for my homework.
Yes.
Based on my target market and the ideal client.
Yes.
I got you.
Yep. That's
And
it.
when is this homework due?
Oh, just post it on Facebook. Just post it on Facebook. You know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when you're
So-
ready, you're ready. And then have people, you know, get some ideas for you to, and ask them questions. You never know. I know they're quiet right now, but I'm sure they probably have an idea or two to share later on. So, yeah.
So this is my homework to start posting. What are your challenges, coming up with those open-ended questions? And 10 of those I can put on. I can like post a question a day possibly.
I'll just put it all in one, honey. I mean, Betty. I know I keep calling you honey because you know
That's
we know
okay.
each other. But no, just put it all together in one sheet and just share it. Just
Share it in our group.
Or just, you know, just come up with all the 10 points and just post it in the group all at once. And that way people, it's easier for people to look at it all at once instead of having 10 different posts. You see what I mean? And then it gets really crowded in there. It gets confusing. So,
Okay, so these 10 questions are for the group, not Facebook, with my Mind, Body, and Soul platform.
are you asking your ideal clients? Yeah, if you have a group, your own group, go ahead and ask inside, you know, inside your group or as well as your timeline. Just get the marketing intelligence, Betty. That's all I'm trying to tell you, because you are right now, you're over analyzing, you're overthinking it. You're really overthinking. And you know me as a coach, once I put my coach hat on, I'm just direct, right? Do not overthink the process. Just push your questions out there. What type of, you know, problems are you guys experiencing right now in your life, in your business, whatever that is? Okay, for you. Just put it out there and get the marketing intelligence, which is basically the data, because that's what I'm trying to teach you. Just put it out there, and then you'll get a sense of what challenges and problems your ideal clients are, you know, facing right now in their business. So let's say for me as a coach, these are the top 3 things that a lot of coaches and consultants deal with that I know of. Number 1, they don't know how to get visible. They don't know how to get visible online, okay? Number 2, they don't know how to get qualified leads into their business and get paying clients, okay? And those are 2 different things. Get qualified leads, how do they do that? And get paying clients, how do they do that? Without having to sell to their family and friends. even if no one has ever heard of them. It goes back to visibility. Okay. You remember I started with, I still am a branding expert, right? And that's where I started, the personal branding aspect of it, getting visibility online, because especially if people don't know who you are, you've got to have some type of branding elements so people know exactly who you are. Okay, so those things right there, get visibility, get leads, and then get paying clients. And then on the other end of that too is I also help them with marketing their program, creating those courses, creating systems and things like things like that in order for them to have a thriving coaching business. So that's my industry, is in the wealth industry. And when I break it down, it's in the coaching industry. When I break it down, I help people create courses. When I break it down, I help people who are creating courses how to get qualified leads and how to get clients. I know I probably just overwhelmed you by saying that.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. You gave me my, I'm sorry.
No, but the more you break things down, remember, because you like the iceberg, right? You like the iceberg. So the top part is who are your ideal clients. But the bottom part of it, as you know, it's wider, right? So that's where you start having those layers, having the type of solutions that you want to provide to your ideal clients. Not just solutions, ultimate solutions that you can help them with, because that's going to help you stand above the crowd, rise above the crowd, and stand out from your competitors, because you're doing your own thing. You have a different branding, you have a different systems.
You have just given me my 10 questions, because now, like I said, I keep you, like as you told me and as I know, it's the teacher in me. So now when I think about, I have been delivered from stress, depression, and anxiety, my open-end question could be,
just post it on Facebook.
Excuse me?
Just post it on Facebook, Betty, okay?
Right. I just wanted to share a sample with you. Like what?
We have Vi and we have other people.
I'm sorry, sweetheart.
So, Betty, oh my gosh, you cracked me.
Move on, sweetie.
Vi, did you say you have a question? I hope you still remember.
I asked the question already. I just want to go over the tape, sit, listen to it, and have some peace and move forward with it.
Yeah. So you have the formula?
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. What about you, Valerie?
Yes. The formula seems to be very helpful. It cleared up a lot of things that I was pondering and wondering and trying to figure out.
Awesome. Okay, so you have some type of clarity, because that's awesome. That's awesome. Nikki, do you have any questions?
I do not, but I am sitting over here racking my brain, brainstorming with the formula. I did a thing yesterday, so I became a pure romance consultant, so that goes in line with, what I love. So, but yeah, the formula has definitely given me great insight on, how I need to create my tagline. So I'm excited about that. So that's what I'm over here playing with now.
Awesome. Yes, and the formula is also, I'm so glad you said this, because it triggered another thing for me to say, is the fact that formula, you can use that as your elevator pitch, right? When people ask you, what do you do? Well, you just say it in less than 15 seconds, less than 5 seconds even. And that will help you as far as, when people ask you, what do you do? You can definitely say that to the people who ask you that question.
Right.
Yeah. Zeta, are you there?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes. Hey.
How are you?
Jump on. Yeah, I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm good. I came in late, so I missed a lot of everything.
Oh, well, yeah, well, don't worry. The recording is going to be, inside our group for a couple of days. On Tuesday at 12 p.m. Eastern time, it's going to be deleted and it's going to be uploaded into the membership site. Now, the membership site, though, members, paid members are going to have unlimited access to that site and they can devour the information, unlimited 24/7, 365 days a year, right?
Mhm.
And yeah, but if you just want to get the quick recording, the replay, it will be available in possibly in about an hour. So
Okay.
I will share it inside our group. Yes, and I know we're going over than our allotted time, but I just want to give a lot of information here today. Our next training, it will be next week, so it's gonna have a different topic, and then we can go from there. And yep, but but do you have any questions just in case? I don't want to
Uh,
miss you.
no, not right now.
Okay, awesome. What about you, Murphy? Questions?
Negative, ma'am. I'm all good over here on my end.
I know you're good. You know exactly what we talked about, right?
Yes, ma'am. Exactly.
Yeah. Vi, do you have another question? Because it seemed like you
No. I'm just thinking, as you say, maybe I'll draw from Murphy. I hope she don't mind, if I pop up and ask her a question, if anything pop up. But I said
No,
I want
ma'am.
to go
I don't
over.
mind.
I just want to go over the recording, and because that's how I learn. I can't in a whole group forum like this, So I have to go back by myself, listen to it, and then move forward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I highly encourage for everyone to ask the questions inside the group.
Okay.
And that way we get the communication going, because you never know, some people have the same questions and you're helping them along, right? So help me, help you, help others. Does that make sense?
It does.
So let's help each other out, be kind to each other, and just, we just want to have a supportive group. And really, because I'm here to support you. I'm here to help you scale and grow your business, whatever stage that you're in. But as you know, there's only one of me, and I can't answer everybody. So I'm glad I also have Murphy here as my right-hand person. Like I said earlier, she knows exactly what I teach. She's been one of my elite students for a while now. So, and she is one of those entrepreneurs who are just results driven. I can't praise her enough. So she is one of my rock stars. She is an elite student. So when you get in that level, in my elite students that I work with, they really get not only the foundation, but they get results. Again, you just have to apply what you're learning and implement, take action. So utilize our Facebook group. Make sure that you're asking questions. Don't inbox me, please, because if I ended up having, I get this a lot. I cannot answer 100 people every single day inside my messenger. So it's just too much for me. So
I understand that, Iris, because I know how I get when people inbox me. And you already know. But yeah, but what I'm sorry, dear, go ahead.
Yeah, but you're doing good, Betty. You're really doing it. And you know what? You have gained so much over time. So, I want to encourage you and still encourage you to keep doing what you're doing, because one of these days it's going to click. It's going to click, and then it's like, oh my gosh, I finally got it. So I'm in that point. I can't wait for you to get into that phase, because I know how that feels. When you get into that phase, like, oh wow, this is it. I finally got it. I know how the system is. I already have the foundation. So yeah, just keep moving forward, because you already have it. It's just taking it out of you and then putting it out there. All right, everyone. I hope this is helpful for you.
Oh, thank you.
please-
Thank
Yes.
you. Yes.
Yes, Iris. Yes. Girl, you rock. Yeah.
Okay, okay. I was about to say that if you don't mind 2 things, would you mind doing 2 things for me today? Is post inside our Facebook group, letting them know that one thing, just one thing, not 10 things, right, Betty? Do not. Okay. One thing that you've learned from today's training. Post it inside our group. So that way we can get people some engagement. We can let them know it's like, hey, you know what? Iris is really teaching us and not just about, talking on video. I'm really teaching you something. So that's one thing. Post it inside the group, what you've learned today. And second of all, if you can invite people inside our group, I'll be really, really appreciative of you.
Okay, because I was just going to post the 10 common beliefs to share and that question you said.
Yeah, I know. I've got you doing 10 things, don't I? Okay, Betty, I want you to do a video. I want you to say, I want you to post your comments. I want you to, okay.
I
I'm just
understand.
kidding. I'm kidding. All right, everyone. Again, thank you so much for joining me today. I hope this has been fantastic for you. And I do want to say a quick note that although every single one of us are experiencing some type of hardship, I don't think I've met or talked to people who haven't had some type of hardship that's because of what's going on right now in our society, in our community. I hope and pray that you are all healthy. I hope and pray that you stay safe. I hope and pray that you continue on with your mission, create your legacy in serving people, and continue to be. And I know you guys are kind and supportive, but for those of you, please continue to be mindful of having the social distancing and helping people out there as much as possible. So in that note, I'm going to go ahead and end our session for today. If you have any questions, post it inside our group. All right?
That's where I'm going right now. I'm going there right now, Iris. I'm getting ready to do my homework.
Thank you. Thank you all. Have a great Sunday.
Thank you.
All right, have a blessed day, man. All right,
Thank you,
everyone.
Iris. You rock. Bye, sweetie. Thank you. Thank you.